Hey guys, we're gonna talk about the horrible fucking homosexual evil agenda. How horrible we are and how we're taking over the fucking world. And no. No, we're not, guys. We're not. Okay, I happened to come across a little Fox News segment and they were talking about, it was probably, I guess, right when gay marriage became legal. And people were talking about it and they were talking about this whole gay agenda. And the gay agenda thing fucking makes me laugh. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard because honestly, if we had that power, if we had that kind of power that they say we do, it would have not taken to 2015 for this to become legal. And honestly, if we had that kind of power, it wouldn't even been an issue. It would have already been legal because we're two consenting adults. It should have never even been an issue. It should have never been illegal ever. Like when you're consenting adults, you should be able to do whatever you want as long as you're not harming anyone. If you want to marry a female, cool. If you want to be in a polyamorous relationship and have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and your girlfriend has a boyfriend, girlfriend, and your boyfriend has a boyfriend, boyfriend, like you're allowed, you should be allowed to, you are allowed to do that. So that should be seen as your marriage. We came to this country from England for, so we can pursue our own personal beliefs. Well, here's the thing, not everyone believes the same thing anymore. Like we were built on like Christian-ish values, but that was a long time ago, and that is not how society is anymore. Not everyone believes in the same religion, and I have no problem if you believe in any religion, but I need to live my life and you need to live yours. You live your life based on your religion and what they tell you to do, and I'm gonna live mine based on what I feel is right in my life. And that's all it should be. So your religion should not tell me if I'm allowed to marry someone. And that's what it all came down to. So it made no sense. But the gay agenda is pretty much how we're just, we own everything and we're trying to take over the world and we're trying to corrupt all the kids to be gay. Okay, here's the thing. Just break it down to common sense for a second. Why the fuck would you want everybody to be gay? That would be the end of civilization. Whose babies would we adopt? If nothing else, whose kids are we gonna adopt? Like come on, we need straight people. I don't dislike straight people. I have no problem with straight people. I like straight people. Most of my friends are straight. I don't, that's not, no, we don't want to fucking convert people because it's impossible. I couldn't convert you if I wanted to. I was with someone for 7 years before I was with my wife. This person's straight. She's a straight girl, but there was just something about us. We couldn't stay away from each other. And every time we got together, it never lasted long. One of us always ended up with a broken heart. And then we got back together again. We'd break up, get back together, break up, get back together. Because when it comes down to it, she was straight. But she tried. She tried her hardest to not be straight because we had a great like friendship relationship. But you can't force what isn't there. So if that's not proof that you can't change your sexuality, I don't know what it is. Because you can be with somebody for 7 years and you still can't change to become a lesbian, like then you're never going to be because you can't change your sexuality. There's nothing I can say do to change sexuality. There's been gay people forever. And that was before the internet, that was before TV, anything. Fucking 20 years ago on TV, they were making fun of gay people. It's the only time you ever saw a gay person is if you were actually making fun of them. It was part of like the sitcom plot. That's the only time you ever saw a gay person. So if they think that showing gay people on TV is going to convert all these children to gay is the most absurd thing ever. Because if that was the case, I'd be straight. I would be totally straight. And honestly, that would have made my life way easier. Because if I was straight, I wouldn't have had a struggle with my sexuality because I would have already been the norm. Because of how I look, I'm already assumed to be straight. And it would have been way easier if I just was. But I'm not. That's not life, and that's just not how it works. Like, that's just not life. It doesn't work that way. You can't pick and choose your sexuality. You're born with what you're born with. Corrupting the children is just absurd. Now, if I was, at like 12 or 13, able to see other people that aren't straight, if I was able to see people that were gay and people that were, transgender and everything else and realize that there were other things out there, maybe I wouldn't have had to go through as much struggling as I did because I didn't really even come to terms with my sexuality till I was 24. Like I was a damn late bloomer. And I struggled so much. Like I fucking begged and pleaded and I was like, please, I don't want to be gay. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to be weirder because I come from this family of like fucking homecoming queens. Like my sister Melissa's a little weird, but like my sister Tara and Corinne are gorgeous. skinny and they're really popular in school and like they were like these perfect little people. And then there was me who was a weird little misfit and odd and anxious already and just already a freak. And then on top of the freakness, now I've got this. And when I went to school, because I am, I'm 34 years old, so I graduated in 1999. In 1999, there was two gay people in my school, two lesbians in my school, and it was like they were fucking lepers. It was like the biggest scandal ever. It's amazing to see now that in school that's not like that. Now that like if you happen to be gay, you could actually even bring your girlfriend to the dance. You could be open and that's beautiful. And I'm so happy for this next generation that this isn't even going to be an issue anymore for this next generation. By the time the next generation's around, it's not even going to be it's going to be nothing. We're going to be looked at as fools. We're going to be looked at as like crazy people to even tell people that they can't get married. Um so yes, no, there's no way that you're not going to corrupt children to become gay because you show them gay things. You're going to show them that there's other sexualities in the world because there is, and I believe that part of sex education in this country should cover homosexuality and bisexuality and all that kind of stuff. Because you know what? If I went to a fucking health class and they talked about bisexuality, holy shit, that would have made a lot more sense. That would have made my life so much easier. But they didn't talk about those kind of things. They barely fucking talked about condoms. They didn't talk about anything because this country is so afraid of, oh my God, if we tell people about sex, then they're gonna have it. Well, they're gonna have it. So we might as well teach them the right way to have it. But that's another video because anybody who knows me knows that I'm really passionate when it comes to safe sex. I'm passionate about everything. If you can't tell, because I'm sort of yelling at the screen. So there is no gay agenda. The only gay agenda we have is we just want to live our lives. We just want to be here. We want to fall in love like everybody else and have that big, like a lot of people want to have that big wedding day. That was never my cup of tea. I had a small little gathering with my friends. We went to Jake's bar. Everybody bought their own drinks. A bunch of people showed up. I bought a really cool dress for $10, and it was fun because all the extra money went to the honeymoon. So we were actually able to have a lot of fun. I'm not a big wedding person, but a lot of people, that's their dreams. They want those big weddings. And who are we to take that away from them? And I personally believe as long as you're not hurting anyone, any relationship's fine. And basically, like polyamorous. If you if you feel like you need a boyfriend and a girlfriend and your boyfriend and girlfriends know about the other ones and you want to have partners of four people, okay, if nobody's getting hurt, if there is everyone's consenting to this, then there is no problem in it. I don't think we as a society should judge people on what they want to do in their private lives. If you want to have a boyfriend and a girlfriend and your boyfriend has a girlfriend and girlfriend and your girlfriend has a boyfriend, like if you want to do all that, then cool. I personally think that would make my life way too complicated and I'm way too jealous to deal with that. But there's a lot of people who aren't like that. If that's what you want, cool. That's just not that's not me. It's just reality. And the same thing with like transgender. I'm so happy that it's becoming a lot more known and a lot more, comfortable for society of what transgender is. Now, I do feel that we are getting a little crazy with the names. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And maybe I'm just old. Maybe that's just what's up. Maybe I'm just old and that's why I think these names are crazy. But like I already don't like to call myself lesbian or any of that stuff. Like I'm Debbie and I like to date men and women and, transgender people and whatever. If I like you, I'm gonna date you. Like regardless of whatever, because I like it all. But the only one that sort of like confuses me a little bit is genderqueer. And it's not that really confuses me. It's more I think it got lost in translation because genderqueer to me is someone that has the qualities of both, like, well, qualities of males and females. Like, you literally are a little bit male and a little bit female, and you have the qualities of both of these genders. Not, I like to dress like a boy, or I like to dress like a girl, or, that kind of, like, I like to wear snapbacks, so I'm genderqueer. Like, no, 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 no. So I sort of feel like it's become trendy, but everything becomes trendy. So what can we say? I mean, 10 years ago, bisexuality was trendy. So, it happens. So I'm not going to knock them for it, but at the same time, I don't think as many people who think they're genderqueer are actually genderqueer. Um, but as I was saying, like when I went to high school, lesbians were like a huge deal. It was like fucking lepers. Well, my wife is 5 years older than me. When she went to school, and she went to school in a very small town in fucking Cape May County, New Jersey, and they kicked her out of high school for being gay. They legitimately kicked her out of high school because she was a disrupted, can't use the word. She was disrupting class because people were picking on her and she was standing up for herself. And how dare that gay person stand up for themselves? Fuck you. You should not, you bow down when people talk shit on you. You do not stand up for yourself. How dare you? And that's pretty much what happened. They gave her a choice to pretty much like stop acting gay or drop out. So she dropped out, got her GED, went to chef school, and moved on with her life. Because what else are you gonna do in that situation? If that happened nowadays, oh my God, she would have owned the fucking school. But back in 1990, that was not how life worked. So I think it's a great thing that there are more gay characters. But with that being said, I would love, fucking love, to have a TV show that has everybody in it, like a gay, a straight, transgender, like every motherfucker in it. And that's not what the show's about. It's just about a bunch of friends, and one happens to be gay, and one happens to be trans, and one happens to be straight, and nobody makes it a big fucking deal, and they don't sit there and struggle, and oh my God, it's so hard to be gay, and no, just be yourself. Because I was like, yeah, it's difficult to be gay. It's complicated. They say we talk about it all the time, but we have to, because we live in a heteronormative community where heterosexuality is the norm. Like, if you don't come out and say that you are gay, you are automatically assumed straight. End of story. I've been told multiple times that I'm not gay. Why? Because I look this way. Because I like pink and I like makeup and I like sparkles and, I like girly things. I love wearing fucking dresses and I like all that kind of stuff. So all of a sudden that makes me straight. No. And because I also don't hang out with gay people. I don't hang out with gay people because I don't base my friends based on who they fuck. I base my friends on who they are. If you're cool, then cool. I'm going to be your friend regardless of who you want to have sex with. So the gay agenda, I think, is a great idea. Like the whole gay agenda, the fucking having us more represented in this world is awesome. Because you know what? That 13-year-old that lives in Kentucky that is being told every day that they're going to fucking hell and that they're horrible and they're disgusting can go online and talk to other people that are like them, that can watch TV, watch a YouTube video and listen to somebody talk about what it's like to be gay and know that, hey, it might even get better. Because I can tell you what, at 15, I was like, my life sucks. I'm going to die. I want to kill myself. The end. If anyone told me my life is going to be what it's like now at 15, oh my God, it would have changed so many things. Or even if I had some kind of hope that I could actually see a gay person and be like, oh my God, there's someone like me. I watch these like lesbian love stories and I fucking, like, it drives me crazy because it's never just like, two girls in love, because that's all it is. That's all it is. It's two girls in love. It's just like a guy and a girl in love. It's just like a boy and a boy in love. It's just people in love. But because it's gay, we have to make it all about being gay. And, someone always has to dislike it. And somebody has to cause drama. And no, just be in love. Why can't it just can't just be in love? Because then it just makes it seem like a fucking joke. And I feel like I understand that, if you're straight, you feel like it's being bombarded, but that's not it. We're just trying to have a voice and show that we do exist and that we are normal people and we're not trying to harm anybody. And all we want to do is just live our lives and just be happy people. So that's the gay agenda.